Hello, morons! It's Victor and
Tomoko です。
and here today to talk about an interesting article that I read in the paper today. Let me tell you a quick story first. Okay? I have these neighbors who never talk to me, and they walked up to me just yesterday, actually, and I thought I had done something wrong because they never talked to me. And she walked up to me and she said, "We were just in Hawaii."
Oh.
And I said, "Oh," and I thought, "Oh, maybe somebody robbed their house or something. They're going to ask me questions." And she said, and I realized I really need a kaiwa. A kaiwa, of course, being English lessons, because she can't speak any English. And she said she and her husband and her child, her kid, they had a hard time getting around. Now, you speak English very well.
A little.
A little. And you go to Hawaii, right?
Yes.
How often do you go abroad?
Once or twice a year.
Okay. So there's an article today in the paper about people who cannot speak English, Japanese who cannot speak English, and how they feel when they go abroad, even though they've studied in Japan. Most Japanese have studied for 6 years, right?
So,
how long have you studied?
中学校、高校と。
At least 6 years, right? And then you studied later too.
はい。
Right. Did you study English in college?
一応授業はあるけど、
You have a
専
class.
攻ではない。Not
Okay.
major.
She didn't major, but she took some classes. Okay. Now here's something interesting and a little bit sad. Japanese are the second worst. No, yeah. What is it? The second from worst English speakers in all of Asia. Japanese are only better than the North Koreans by one. I think by 1 point on the TOEFL tests.
あ、トイフル？
Right. So apparently, if you speak Korean, your English will be better.
そうなのかな。
South Koreans do better, right? Anyway.
そうね。そっか。
안녕하세요. And actually, we have a Korean school right next to us, so yeah. So Korean's very popular here as well. But Korean is easier for Japanese people to learn. I think.
よく習ってる人いるよ。
Yeah, very popular here. Anyway, so today I thought I would go through a list of some common complaints
はい。
that Japanese who do not speak English,
はい。
their impression. These are some of the not complaints. I'm sorry, their impressions when they go overseas. Okay,
Hi.
so let's go through this. The first one is many people say "uh-huh."
You.
Many people say "uh-huh" when you go abroad.
あはってよく聞こえるね。
So Japanese who don't speak English they're struck by this, right? But not you.
私はストライク？何？
Struck.
ストラック？
そういう印象
あスタック
とかあるね。
ああ、スタックね。ストラックね。でもアハはよく聞きますよ。
But in Japan too, you have the same thing,
あ、
right?
日本は
So when we learn Japanese in school, we learn hi and so desu ne, but actually they say and it's difficult for I think beginners to understand what they're saying. Like, was that a positive or a negative?
だってね、両方の意味なの。
But yeah, it could be either. It could be either, depending on the case. Okay, that's one. Here's another one. Here's a funny one. Okay, one person said, "I'm surprisingly fluent in saying I can't speak English."
I can't speak English.
And that's all they can say. And actually, I'm very good at saying that in Portuguese. No falo português. That means I can't speak Portuguese.
Fluently.
So when I go to Portugal, when I went to Brazil, people thought I was joking, right? So that's one thing they can say quickly, because I guess they say it quite a bit.
それ言える。
Right? Okay. Next one, and we're just picking the ones that we thought were most interesting. Okay. I was relieved to find a Japanese store.
あ、そうね。おにぎりとか、味噌じゃないわ。味噌スープとか、味噌汁とか
So
ね。
rice balls and onigiri soup. I mean, miso soup.
soup,
Right?
miso
You know,
soup.
but to be honest, I think a lot of Westerners, they've written me saying that I want to go to Japan, but I'm afraid I can't find any Western food. I need hamburgers and pizza.
マクドナルドありますよ。
Yeah, we have Macs here, but we don't say McDonald's. We say,
マクドナルド。
say it one more time.
マクドナルド。
McDonald's. I never go there.
でも若い子たちはマック。
Yeah, young people say Mac. And I think they think the Apple Mac store. But
あ、そう
anyway.
だね。
But anyway, so yeah, there are a lot of Western restaurants here, so you don't have to worry if you're coming to Japan. And yeah, so, but I guess you'll be relieved to see that there's a Pizza Hut and a McDonald's.
いっぱいあります。
And yeah, they're all over the place. But yeah, when I go abroad, I will notice there's a Japanese store, and a lot of Japanese are in there.
いっぱいあるのね。
Happy to buy it, right? But in the old days, Japanese were really paranoid about traveling abroad.
あ
And they would bring nori.
あ、そう持ってくの。
Yeah.
トランクに入れて、
Yeah, lots of, and what else?
あとカップラーメン。 とか
Cup
ご
of
飯
noodle
お
and,
湯でご飯ができるやつ
and rice
うん
and water.
おせ
Japanese
んべい
water.
ああ日本
I've heard that too. Yeah.
お水
You know,
ね
they bring their own water
お
because
腹壊しちゃうんだよ
they
ね
think they're gonna get a stomachache. Like the LD, is it 民主党 or 自民党の安倍さん?
ああ安倍さんはね
Right?
あ
He got
の
a-
お腹壊しちゃったね
Yeah,
前
he
ね
basically had to resign from being prime minister because
まあ
he
いっ
had
ぱい理由が
diarrhea.
あったのよそれはね
Just diarrhea, explosive diarrhea.
うんいっぱい他に
I'm
も
just
理
joking
由
with
があっ
this.
た
Okay, here's another one. When my English-speaking friends laugh, I laugh too, even though I don't know what's going on. have you done that before?
いつも笑うよね
I think a lot of Westerners do that, even if they don't understand the joke. Like that guy from Anchorman. There's one of the guys in Anchorman, you know, Steve Carell's character. He doesn't know what's going on. But
笑ってもいいじゃんねでも
yeah, no harm done, right? That's fine, right? Here's another one. Native English speakers can never pronounce my name correctly. Is that true?
ともこでも最初なんかトメイコって言われたよ
Tomoko?
トメイコトメイトがあるから
Tomato?
トマト
You've been called tomato? And the accent, right? It's Tomoko, じゃなくて Tomoko. No, Tomoko.
Tomoko.
But guys shouldn't say Tomoko.
トモコっていう
Tomoko. Oh, maybe I'm pronouncing it correctly now. I can't remember which I used to make a mistake. Okay. Tomoko is correct.
Yes
But they say Tomoko,
うん
right? And for example, Yukiko.
Yukiko
Yukiko. Yeah, so it's flat. Yukiko. Tomoko. But many foreigners say Tomoko or Yukiko, right? Yeah. I think I used to do that in the first year I came over. I remember being scolded or corrected. Anyway, but I don't think there's. Do you care if someone makes a
あ
mistake with
別
your
にいい
name?
ですいいですI don't care
Something that's very interesting to me. When I went to Shanghai, I had a beautiful time. I went to Shanghai and Beijing. And I had a great time. I really loved
いいな
visiting in China. But everyone I met had an English name.
あ
But in Japan, nobody has English names,
な
right?
い
Do you want an English name?
キャッシーともことか違う
Kathy Tomoka.
マリリンともこ
Marilyn. Oh,
違った
Marilyn. Okay. But yeah, something different. I don't know why. I wonder what Korea is like. I have no idea. I wonder if they have
I
English
have no
names.
idea
When I was in my Japanese class, we took Japanese names, but just 3 months. Yeah, anyway. Okay, next one. I never want to speak English in front of other Japanese people. How about you?
あなたはジャパニーズあそうねちょっとやっぱ恥ずかしいのか
But
な
in class, we do that all the time.
うん I'm trying、でもやっぱりちょっと間違ってたら恥ずかしいっていう感じ、
But I speak Japanese with foreigners, and I will admit it's a little bit strange sometimes. ヒコさんと時々ね、日本語で毎週の水曜日の夜ね、2 1/2 yearsで日本語だけで話す。
そう Your Japanese is good ね
His Japanese is excellent.
あそうだね
But
ヒコさん
he's stuck up about it, Hiko Simon. That's for you. Okay. Next one. No, he's cool. He's great. Okay. I love this one. Instead of saying how much, I pay with large bills, and I hope I'll cover the cost.
あのね Like my mother とか言って
Oh,
ね
really?
入って払っとけば
Maybe that's why Japanese are known to be big spenders.
そうでビッグスペンダーズ
Yeah. It's big spender. Spend a lot of
あ
money.
そうねい
They
っ
have
ぱ
a
い
reputation,
うん
それで評判があるね。
あ
お金いっぱい使
そう
うね、日本人。日本人みんなお金持ち。Everyone's rich, all Japanese are rich.
100ドル札とか
Yeah, $100 bills, right? But it could be because actually they're just afraid they're not going to have enough, and they're too embarrassed to admit they don't know how much something costs. That's interesting, huh? Here's a very common problem. About once every 3 times when I order coffee, I will receive water. When I say coffee please, coffee please, said it in a Japanese syllabic alphabet, the clerk will say water. Have you had this experience?
いや私はコーヒープリースって言
That's pretty good, huh?
うけども私の旦那さんはビールを
When your husband ordered beer?
そうビールを頼んでもなんか違うね飲み物をソフトドリンク持って帰ってきた
He ordered beer, but he got a soft drink. Huh?
So.
That sucks. That's depressing. Yeah. But a lot of my students have trouble. A lot of the shokyu or the beginner students have trouble with the word water. The W's. Can you say water?
Water
Water.
Water.
Not bad. I always tell them if you can't say water, say a glass of water, and then hopefully the combination will help the waitress understand what you're saying. Can I have a glass of water?
カタカナが多いから日本はね、カタカナ
So in Japan we have the katakana pronunciation.
だから時々ねコンフューズしてしまうんですね。
And when Westerners equally when Westerners speak try to say an English word in Japanese katakana, nobody can understand us.
あ、そうだね。
So it goes both ways. But anyway, when I first came to Japan, I noticed that nobody spoke like the textbooks though. We were taught, I only learned a little bit. I studied very little before coming over, but like the mas K, the mas form, 食べますか? Will you eat? Nobody said that. They said 食べる?
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 そうだね。
So, but that's, you get used to that kind of stuff. Anyway, but you know, we shouldn't make fun of the poor English speaking abilities of Japanese people. What do you call a person who only speaks one language?
なんていうの?
American.
American.
Yes, because we cannot, well, except for the Mexicans, they can speak too, but anyway. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We will leave links in the, we'll leave links in the description, and you can check it out.
でも日本人もね勉強します。皆さんも日本語ね勉強してくれるもんね。はい、ありがとう。